Lesson 338. I am affected only by my thoughts.
Hi there. Are you ready for another powerful idea on how to truly shape your experience of the world? This is one of those secrets about how everything works that we should never forget and always keep in mind. Let's dive in and explore what Lesson 338 is about.
I am affected only by my thoughts. It needs but this to let salvation come to all the world. For in this single thought is everyone released at last from fear. Now has he learned that no one frightens him, and nothing can endanger him. He has no enemies, and he is safe from all external things. His thoughts can frighten him, but since these thoughts belong to him alone, he has the power to change them and exchange each fear thought for a happy thought of love. He crucified himself. Yet God has planned that his beloved Son will be redeemed.
Your plan is sure, my Father, only yours. All other plans will fail. And I will have thoughts that will frighten me, until I learn that you have given me the only thought that leads me to salvation. Mine alone will fail, and lead me nowhere. But the thought you gave me promises to lead me home, because it holds your promise to your Son.
In other words, this is another lesson from A Course in Miracles that teaches us how to be 100% responsible for our life, experiences, and spiritual journey.
I am affected only by my thoughts.
The Course assures us that today's idea is a powerful statement. It allows salvation to come to the entire world. But how is that possible? We will live our life in this world as usual, and as with every day, things will happen. Some things we may like, and others we may not. Yet, this time, we just need to embrace this powerful idea and understand that it's not really the external things that affect us. The only things that truly affect us are our own thoughts. Let's never forget that. Of course, we can still set boundaries, avoid situations we find unbeneficial, invite positive circumstances, work towards our goals, and so on. However, we can do all these from another place in our minds, a much wiser and more peaceful place. Let's respond from that place to any fears, worries, and doubts that may arise today.
I am affected only by my thoughts.
If thoughts pass through our minds that subtly imply external events or other people have any power to harm us, let's just remember today's idea.
I am affected only by my thoughts.
Let's reflect on all the times we tortured ourselves with our thoughts, interpreting a person, situation, or event partially and from our limited and misleading perspective. The events might have been neutral, but we created our feelings of fear and insecurity, hopelessness and desolation, or shame and guilt, based on our twisted interpretation that convinced us of a reality that was merely an illusion. How many times have we crucified ourselves for letting our own insanity run wild in our minds? A Course in Miracles teaches that we have the power to change our thoughts. As mentioned in previous lessons, we might not be able to stop our minds from thinking altogether. Thoughts, whether pleasant or unwanted, might pop up in our minds all the time. We don't need to stop these thoughts. In fact, you may find it impossible. What we need to do is decide whether to believe them or not, to question them or not, to be aware of them and guide them. If hateful thoughts arise, let's respond with loving thoughts. If fearful thoughts arise, let's remind ourselves of today's idea.
I am affected only by my thoughts.
For any thought that may arise, let's ask the Holy Spirit to guide us on how to respond to these thoughts and what perspective we should consider instead. Let's allow a gentle shift from fear to love to happen and let the Holy Spirit change our perception. We have powerful friends in high places, let's never forget that either. And don't think for a moment that they wish for us anything less than perfect happiness and salvation. So, let's invite them into our lives and align our thoughts with God's plan, for that is what we truly want.
I am affected only by my thoughts.
I am affected only by my thoughts.
I am affected only by my thoughts.
Isn't it amazing? How powerful is that? Yet, it's all up to us to stay committed to being vigilant about the thoughts passing through our minds, shifting them from fear to love. Can we do that today, perhaps for even 1 minute more than we did yesterday? Continue practicing morning and evening as we have done so far, and take a few moments every hour to remember today's idea. And whenever you are tempted to allow other people or external events to affect you, gently but firmly remind yourself,
I am affected only by my thoughts.
you're doing great. See you tomorrow for another powerful lesson. Just a quick reminder, we're currently exploring the section titled, What is the Ego? If you haven't watched the introduction to this section yet, simply click on the video link that will pop up on your screen shortly. Quick note before you go. Let's take a moment to appreciate the generosity of those who have supported these videos. It's their contributions that make these daily lessons possible. Please consider joining them. And thank you for being a part of this community of miracle workers.
There's a lot of love behind these videos. If you enjoyed what you watched, please give it a like and leave a comment. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. We have a new lesson every day.